I've always wanted to be a part of the art industry in one way or another. Ever since I was little, I was always making something, either playing around trying to create music or coloring in my coloring book, and sometimes designing outfits I thought were cute for my Barbies. I took art and music classes outside of school mostly. Unfortunately, at my school, we weren't offered these kind of classes. And later on in life, I developed an infatuation for photography. I absolutely loved taking pictures. I would take a picture of anything and everything I could see. And looking back on my life, I feel like these situations led to my current career choice. My name is Whitney Jordan, and I am a graphic design student at Full Sail University. My brand mantra is I am an honest, open-minded, realistic person with big dreams and big ideas. And today I would like to share my story about how I came to the conclusion to pursue graphic design. And I'm also interested in hearing and learning from you as to how you got to where you are. And I'm interested in hearing about the challenges you had to overcome, and if you have any advice that could be helpful to me in becoming a better designer. I've always loved doing artistic things. That could be anything from coloring in a book, painting with watercolors, or trying to compose music after piano or flute class. We didn't have art classes in school, so I was fortunate enough to be able to take a class outside of school. And I always wanted to have the talent to draw, but I never felt like I was a natural at drawing, and that had a negative effect on my self-esteem as a kid. And unfortunately, I'm still trying to overcome these insecurities as an adult. Because I was so hard on myself, I decided to pursue a medical career after I finished high school. After taking a few classes for radiology technician and successfully completing a nursing assistant course, I got a job working in a local hospital as a CNA. After a short period of time, I came to the conclusion that this wasn't for me, and I was blindly following directions from other people. People will always be sick, and job security is important when you have kids. That's what I was told repeatedly, but I wasn't happy, and I think that was because I wasn't following my dreams. I am definitely a perfectionist when it comes to designing projects, and I think that sets me aside from other people. And sometimes that can be a bad thing, but I have no problem with starting over from scratch if I feel like a project isn't working out. And something else that makes me unique is I have really, really big dreams. And for the longest time, and still to this day, I had a goal to meet and work with Ellen DeGeneres. A lot of people thought it was funny, some people thought it was crazy, and other people thought I was crazy for even having this idea and saying it out loud. But I wanted to be a part of her story. And she does so many great things for people, and I wanted to be a part of that somehow. I try to not let people's negativity affect me, but sometimes it does. But I think the fact that my big dreams and big ideas set me aside and make me a unique person. A few things that I'm skilled at would definitely be taking and editing photographs. I actually used to own my own photography company before I started classes at Full Sail. But for personal reasons, I decided to wait until I completed my classes to pursue anything else with my company. I also have extensive knowledge of Adobe programs such as Photoshop, InDesign, and Illustrator. I learn quickly, and I'm able to adapt and take direction, and I'm also a great leader if I need to be. Something that I think is important is self-growth. And to grow, I think you need to get outside of your comfort zone. Trying things that you've never done before that you would normally do would definitely be a great way to grow. And I'd like to think outside of the box, which I think is a competitive advantage I have. It may take me a little bit longer to come up with an idea, but I'd rather focus on that idea versus just shouting out the first thing that comes to mind. And one thing that I do really regret is letting other people get their opinions get into my head and get me down. This mistake has caused scars that are somewhat difficult for me to get over. I let other people get into my head about my skills as a photographer and also as an artist, which in turn is the reason why I decided not to pursue anything with my photography company. I haven't had any experiences in working as a graphic designer, but my experiences in office settings that I've had previously have given me the proper skills as to how to act and work in a professional environment. I've had moments where my manager would pull me aside and tell me how good I was doing, and I've also been recognized like on bulletin boards for achieving or exceeding sales goals. These are some of the ways that I've stood out in my past. An ideal work environment, of course, aside from working for Ellen, would be to work in a place where I can work and have a little bit of creative freedom. I think that would be really cool. I've read about companies where you can come and go as you please, and that have game rooms and workout rooms and things like that. I think it would be really cool to work in an environment like that. And the type of work that I would like to do, again, besides working for Ellen, I think it would be really cool to make movie posters. This is my main goal at this moment. And I wouldn't mind working for a magazine agency or an ad agency, but right now my goal is to work in a movie production company somehow, creating movie posters. I think it would also be cool to create game posters that you would see like at GameStop. I think that would be cool too. And success to me, that is to be able to provide for my family without having to worry. I also want to be excited about going to work and not dreading or wishing it was a 3-day weekend. That to me is being successful. Well, thanks for watching, and I wish you all the best of luck in your future endeavors.